So what have you tried to find new clients? Well, we usually start with our mom, our aunts, our cousins, right? But what happens after that? Is it crickets? Or maybe you've been online, you've been on social media, you've been, trying to get your hairstyles and put them on, post them, and still not much activity. You're having a hard time with social media and your consistency, right? And you feel like if you were just a little bit more consistent, that things would be better. You thought about going to a networking event. You have gone to a networking event, but you kind of were a wallflower and you weren't sure who to talk to or what to say. So there's so many different ways that we can get stuck and we still need more clients. So how do we let more clients know about us? I introduced yesterday the Get More Clients, Make More Money Fast ebook that I created based on my own experience and based on the experience of my team members who fast forwarded their careers super quickly and are still thriving to this day, and all of the thousands of people that I've helped to become six-figure stylists through the book and other trainings that I offer. My name is Mickey Wright. I am a salon growth strategist and I train and empower hairstylists to be able to create six-figure businesses and beyond without overworking and without overwhelm. And so I'm so glad that you're here today, especially if you are looking for clients or if you know someone that's looking for clients, definitely feel free to tag them on this video because they won't want to miss why some of the things that they may be doing may not be working. And I want to share why this ebook that I wrote quite a few years ago is still producing results. So let's jump into it. You may have been doing all of these things. You may have been following different people online, and this person says do this, and this person says do that. And it's just frustrating because you're not seeing the results that you want. You're not getting the clients in your chair. You're not getting the right type of clients in your chair. You're not getting clients who want to create and continue a relationship with you. And like I said, I know it's frustrating because I've been there before. One of the things that I want to share is just looking at how things work and where things fit in terms of something called principles, strategies, and tactics. And so tactics are often what we see online, like on social media. This guru says that do this, do these three things, and everything will work out well, right? One example is with purchasing a G-Wagon. There were a lot of different financial people who were saying you should get a G-Wagon because you could write it off your taxes. And that is a tactic, but it has no strategy with it, which makes it where it works for some people, but it doesn't work for other people because each person is in a different situation. Each person may have different goals. So what happened with that is that there were a lot of people showing you, how you could get this vehicle. It weighs a certain amount, so you can write it off your taxes, you can get it under your business and all of that. But without strategy to say, do we have a business that is, generating enough money that we need the tax write-offs? Do we have enough money and revenue coming in that is producing the profits that we need to actually pay for this car to get the tax write-offs? And what about things like maintenance? If we blow a tire, how much is that tire? And so there are missing pieces, is what I'll say. When we're online and we're looking, we're seeing it's like, oh, I should do this, and everybody else is doing that. And just, we keep adding on like the next thing and the next thing and the next thing because it wasn't well thought out in the first place because we didn't have a strategy. Strategies are the bigger picture. The tactics are just the to-dos. And so I hope that you won't get caught up in just looking at to-dos without seeing if it actually fits into the strategy that you have for your business. And one of the things that is common with us as hairstylists is that we don't even really realize that we're in business to begin with. It's like we have a passion. We love doing hair. We want to make people look good. We want to make people feel good. We want to express our creativity. There are all these reasons that we go into this. And much of it is not around, oh, I want to create a great business. But you are automatically a business owner the moment that you get your license, basically, because you are responsible for your own paycheck. So it doesn't matter where you work, if you work on commission, if you work, as a booth runner, if you work in a suite, if you have your own salon, we as independent people have the ability to affect our income and our paycheck. And, you may wonder with, working in a commission salon, oh, everything's limited. I assure you it is not, because there are ways that we can work with our clients and increase what they're spending with us, which typically will increase what we are earning. And so I will leave that there for another time, but I want to take this a step further. So why does this book that I mentioned, the Get More Clients, Make More Money Fast ebook, and the contents of it, why does that work and why has it worked? I actually wrote it, I think, in 2007, and it got out to the public. I introduced it in early 2008, and it is still producing results. So how does something go from 2008 to, as I record this, and we're in 2024, and still work? Because there's something even higher than the strategies. We talked about the tactics. Those are like the to-dos. The strategy is like, what's the bigger picture here? What are my goals? What for my business? Because each of us has different goals. What would make me, feel like I'm having a great week? How many clients do I want to see? What services do I want to provide? What price point do I want to, fit into in the market? How much income do I need to generate, to take care of my home life as well as take care of my business life? All of those things are different for each person. And so you've got to have a big picture look to see what's actually going to be the shortest path, or create the shortest path for you to go from point A where you are to point B where you want to be. Does that make sense? I'm hoping so. And so I want to share with you why this still works, even after all of these years. And there have been numerous changes, in that time frame. So in 2008, I'm not even sure if we had Facebook yet. I think my earliest times on Facebook were like 2009, somewhere around in there, YouTube started. And, the way that we live and work and, even do our recreation has totally changed. We're all connected to our smartphones. It's like we can't put them down. It's like we didn't, use them in that way in that time frame. We can go much further back to when this all helped me, which was much earlier. No cell phones, no, social media, none of the things that we have today. Things were, I think, a little bit more settled, maybe a little bit less busy or hectic feeling. We had fewer distractions. It was just a different world. It was just a different world. It's like there was more loyalty. There were fewer choices. Right now, for finding someone, let's say in the salon, someone to do your hair, you weren't able to see everybody in the world who does hair and say, except for, seeing it in a magazine. Once you kind of found your stylist, you get your rhythm, you'd come every week, every 2 weeks, every month, or what have you, and you'd be able to see that person, and that person, pretty much knew you were coming back and those types of things. Whereas now it's like we see the next greatest style going through our feed, and we're like, oh, maybe I should try them. Oh, maybe I should try them. So the world was a very different place, and the world will continue to evolve. It's like we've seen that over the past several years, that the world we live in now is not the pre-pandemic world. And so the world will continue to evolve. It will probably get faster in terms of the way that it's evolving. And the only thing that we can kind of rely on are principles. And so principles are what's way up here. It's like the principles don't change. Then you have your strategy for getting yourself from point A to point B. Then you have the to-dos or the tactics. What do I do on a day-to-day basis to help me get to where I want to get to? And so this book works because of principles. And one of the first principles is you need clients. If you're in business, you need clients. You don't need a website. You don't need a brand, you don't need brand colors, you don't need all of these things that people are telling you you need to begin your business. You don't need an LLC, you don't need any of those things to begin a business. And I'm not saying that those aren't important as you progress and grow your business, but to get started, if you go back to my story where I was coming home to, a notice on the door that they were going to put me out if I didn't pay my rent, they were going to take my car if I didn't pay for that. And the thing that I needed was clients. I needed someone to sit their hips in my chair, and you can insert whatever word that is, and at the end, pay me some money. Those were the things that I needed to get started. And despite all of the changes, all of the various claims, if you have an LLC, if you have a business plan, if you have all of these things that the world tells you that you need, yet you have no clients, you don't have a business. And so we want to work with principles. Number one, you need clients. Number two is you need some marketing, like a marketing plan. And as a coach, I meet with a lot of people and I have, ask some questions before we meet so we can maximize the time that we are together. So I'll know a little bit about you and your business and where you want to go. And one of the questions on there is, do you have a marketing plan, or what does your marketing plan consist of? And I'd say 8 times out of 10, it's like people don't have a marketing plan. And I see a lot of times where it's like, oh, social media, which in essence, social media is not a plan, it's more of a tool. And so you've got to have a plan for the tool for it to all work. And marketing, it can sound like this big crazy word, this big business word. And we're creative people, we're hairstylists, we're, skin therapists, we're nail technicians, all of those things, more creative. The definition of marketing that I use is how many people know about you today that didn't know about you yesterday. It's about continually planting seeds and continually letting more people know who you are, what you do, what you have to offer, how you do it, all of those things. You have to continually keep that energy going and flowing so that more people are knowing about you each and every day. And of course, once you get to a place where you have a built clientele, you may be able to slow it down a little bit, but you never want to completely stop. But that, in essence, is what marketing is. And first, you need clients, then you need a marketing plan. Third, you need a strategy to keep clients and keep them coming back. I meet with a lot of people, and there is, this kind of cry throughout the industry, ongoing cry of, I need more clients. I need more clients. And some people are more experienced, have more time in the industry and that type of thing. And so what I have seen through the years, there's, the person who's like me when I was first starting, I needed clients. It's like there was no question about that. But as we progress through the industry, obviously people will come and people will go. But a lot of times we don't have a strategy to keep clients coming back. And that seed has to get sown the very first time that they are there so that they want to continue to come back. And especially now, it's like I said, the world is less loyal. I find sometimes that people are not just less loyal, but they're actually looking for a reason to be loyal. And so when we can create that atmosphere, they will come back again and again. I've started over a couple different times because I've relocated. And I started in the Raleigh area where I live. And I actually, relocated here from another area, from the Washington, D.C. area where I spent a good portion of my career. And I lived in Richmond for about 4 years or so. And I'm originally from Detroit. So I have experience with, building a clientele from scratch. I actually attracted quite a few people who had relocated from another area to this area. They found me when they were trying to figure out, where am I going to get my hair done? For most of them, I was the only hairstylist that they ever had. They didn't have to look again. They didn't go out trying to find the next greatest type of thing because of the relationship that we built that very first time. And so that's a principle that is like we have to create a strategy to keep our clients coming back so that we don't have to work so hard on the marketing end. And I'm hoping that makes sense. So first, we need clients. Second, we need a marketing plan. Third, we need a strategy to be able to keep the clients coming back. And the last principle that I'll share is a mindset shift. We have to believe that it's possible for us to build the type of clientele that we want. We also, I said this would be the last thing. I'm going to combine this. So there's mindset shift, but there's also clarity. What do you want? How do you know? How will you know when you reach what you want, that you actually got it? Those are really two more principles. So with mindset, we have to believe that it's possible, first of all. And we have to get to a point where it's possible for us, that we believe that. And I can tell you, my first 6 months of being in this industry, I probably spent half of it in tears. I had lots of self-doubt. I wondered if I was in the right profession. Have you ever felt that way? I wondered if I had kind of bit off more than I could chew. I wondered if I was talented. I thought I was from graduating from school, but now I work with all of these professionals and everybody's got clients and everybody's clients look fabulous. And I'm sitting here and don't have clients, and maybe I just can't do any hair. I don't know if you felt that way or not, but I am grateful for the people that were surrounding me, my salon owner, the receptionist, Judith, I'll never forget her. They really helped me. Then the clients, oh my gosh, the clients, I was so intimidated by the clients. I can tell you that. My salon owner would, give me clients when he wasn't able to take a certain client, but they were so used to him, and they were, mostly older than I was at the time, and it felt like they were giving me the blues. So I don't know what part was mine or what part was theirs, but thank God for my mom encouraging me, like, you can't do it like him. They'd say, well, he doesn't do it that way. And I just, be sitting there shaking while I was trying to put rollers in their hair, and it's just like, wow. So all of those things had to kind of shift. My mom was like, you're not ever going to be him. So you'll probably never be able to do it like him. You're going to have to do it like you can do it, and assure them that they're going to come out with their finished style the way that they want. That did help. But that mindset shift happened over a period of time. It doesn't have to take a long time for our minds to shift, but we have to see the possibilities. So then there's clarity. Clarity really is always the starting point for me, especially. You have to be clear on what it is that you want. And most of us aren't that clear on what we want. I once asked a young lady, she was excited watching everybody else be busy, and, like I had been before. And it's like, wow, I can't wait until I'm busy like that. And so I asked her, how many clients would that take for you to be busy and, have a full book? And she kind of looked at me like I had a couple of heads, just like, what? I never thought of that. I don't know. I have no idea. So when I say getting clear, it's getting clear about what does your life in the industry look like for you. And I'll go into that more because I think it's such an important topic, but I won't belabor it right here. But then there's also tracking. Like, how do you keep up, or how do you know, or how do you measure? Okay, I said I wanted to make, $1,000 this week. Did I make the $1,000 or did I not make the $1,000? Good question, right? As I mentioned, have helped a lot of people become six-figure stylists. So a lot of people would come to me to see if I could help them. And so, sure. So we sit down, I start doing kind of some quick math with what they're telling me about their business, and I'm sharing with them, it looks like you're already making six figures. Then there's shock and there's like awe, because they hadn't been keeping up with what money was coming in, what money was going out. And an actual course was born from that, called Where's Your Money, Honey? Because, they are like, okay, well, if you're saying I made that, where's the money? And so that is the question. So that clarity, but also tracking and having something measurable that you can focus on is really, really key. Just to wrap things up, it's like the reason that this works, this book, the Get More Clients, Make More Money Fast ebook, is that it is based on principles, and the principles don't change. You are going to need clients if you're in business, and this is any business, not just the beauty industry. You are going to need some type of marketing plan, some way to get clients to know that you're there and to come and visit your business. And you're going to need a strategy to keep them coming back. You, at some point, kind of have to make some shifts with the way that you're thinking so that you can actually believe that it can all happen and that it doesn't have to take forever. That's another mindset shift. Like I said, clarity is the start of it all, and tracking to make sure that you stay on track. And so that is why this book works, because I take you through all of those things. So first we work on the mindset shift. You're going to have to get out of the salon. Second, we have your marketing plan. It's laid out for you step by step by step. Third, I share with you ways to have those conversations, what to say, what not to say, to keep clients that, get up and ask you, how can I come back? When can I set another appointment? And I always think that's the best, right? We've really done a great job when that happens. And then we start to get you clear. We start to create some clarity around your business. It may not be the end all be all, because this is a quick, fast, let's get clients in your chair type of program, but we start the process of getting clearer about what you want. Then there actually is a little bit of tracking. It's like not a lot, but a little bit of tracking to kind of get you started to see, what's working, what's not working, how much energy and effort and getting out there do you actually need to have to work? Are you producing the results? So I'll share just a quick success story and we'll wrap it up for today. I was at a hair show. It was a 2-day hair show, Sunday and Monday. And I had someone who attended on Sunday, quite a few people actually, that got the books that I had, the Get More Clients, Make More Money Fast. And I have another one that is called Building Your Clientele 101. And there was Seeds for the Future as well. And so, right now I'm focused on revising the Get More Clients, Make More Money Fast. The rest will come. But anyway, she bought the book set and she went back to her hotel room that evening. She read the book, in case you were thinking it's long, it's like she read the book while she was there, and it is designed to put you in motion immediately. She took the action steps immediately and she booked 13 clients while she was still in the hotel, still traveling away from her salon while she was there. And then she took the time the next day while I was teaching the class. In the middle of the class, they're like, there's somebody you have to talk to. And I'm like, okay, I'm teaching. I don't know how this works. But she actually came up and shared her experience that, she was like, get this now because this really works. I put it into action last night. I haven't even gone home yet. And I have clients that are booked this week and next week. And so if you are in a space where you're looking for clients, I encourage you to check it out while it is only $7. It's like as I get ready to revise and create a new and improved version. The current one is regularly $29.95. And so it's a huge savings and it's a great way to jumpstart your business really, really quickly and inexpensively. So I will leave the link below where you can check it out and invite you to keep coming back, especially if you are really serious about building your clientele and really building a great and solid beauty industry business. Again, my name is Mickey Wright. I'm with beautysuperstars.com, and I encourage you to keep reaching for the stars. I'll see you next time. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I'd love to hear what did you get out of this. Thanks.